So let me show you now how you can get those beautiful white lines, the surface crochet, without actually needing a crochet hook or needing how to crochet. You can get the exact same result with like a tapestry needle. I like to use those ones with the big like loop, so it's like super easy to thread through. If I find my yarn, but you can use like regular ones. Anything that works with your chunky weight yarn is gonna be fine. You're gonna need to cut the yarn before you start for like the entire line. So I recommend doing it in one piece if you can. For like the throw blanket size, I used about 8 meters, just to give you an idea. Try to measure for the first one how much you actually need, so you know and you're not like wasting yarn. But I would like take an extra meter and be sure, instead of having the risk of having it in 2 pieces and having one more join and one more place where it can come loose and so on. So you're going to thread your yarn through, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come to like your starting border. So my border here is like 6 stitches wide, and I am going to come from the back of the project to the front, and again I'm working through the loops, the last loop in the pink color yarn, so in the color that's at the bottom of your blanket. I'm going to work through those loops. So I'm going to come here and here, and not work through here or through there. You can do it like in any of those 3 places, as long as you keep the same spot stitch to stitch, so that your like surface thingy is pretty nice and even, and always like is a straight line and not doesn't get wobbly like this, or like shorter and longer loops. So I'm gonna take your yarn from the back to the front through that first one. You're gonna pull all the way till like the end of your yarn. So it takes a bit more time, especially in the beginning of your row. I'm just gonna say that like this is enough, but obviously I would need more for the entire row. And then I'm gonna thread back through the same spot. And what you do here is you have like this loop. Don't pull it through all the way, of course. And you're gonna take your needle again, and then you're gonna come back through the next stitch. So make sure it's the same, like the same type of loop, just the next one. So you have 2 threads of the colored one, and then you pull through. And then what you're gonna do is going to go through that loop and pull it all the way through, and ta-da, you have the exact same thing as you have here. So that end needs to be secured at the end and like tightened, but like this is the technique. So just to show you like a little bit faster, you go through, back through the same. You can just come up here. You don't need to go like all the way out, like all the way at the back and then all the way. You can like simplify, and then of course it makes knots because it's a long thread, but that's how it is. And then I need to always go through the loop. Make sure you're not like twisting here when you go through the loop, that your loop isn't twisted, otherwise that will show. I'll show you on the next one what it could look like, so you know. So you can even like do it all in once. So if you make sure you're back in the loop, then you know it's gonna be right. Sorry, I meant to show you if you twist it, what it looks like. So here, if you twist it instead, so I'm gonna try and twist it on purpose. So this is my loop. Let's twist it and then go back through it, so you can see the difference. Yeah. So it doesn't make a huge difference, but you can see here like it's twisted. It should lay flat like this. So it's not a big deal. You won't see it too much, but like better to try and stay consistent and have like the same look throughout. And so you're going to repeat that throughout like your entire row until you get at the last 6 stitches, and then you can secure it. So to secure it, all you have to do is poke through the back. There I will only leave like one leg, just like I did for the crochet technique, and go through the back. Let's pretend this is the end final border, just so you can see how I do it. And then you pull through the whole thing this way, and then you can just secure it at the back. So secure it with like a knot, and then you just weave in your end like this, and then you just weave in your end like you would normally, and then you have like your nice row.